Zoom and Discord, social media tools to boost our leadership skills, working hands-on how-to skills every Wednesday and Thursday. We are glad to have you with us today, and we hope that you find yourselves here with a smile on your face.
Thank you, Cecilia. That is the way to start every meeting off. So,
Mhm.
again, thank you all for attending. This is the how-to hands-on, which means we will, on public display, make many errors for you to observe. So we ask you to be patient, but to also think, yeah, that's what happens to me every day. So we'll try to work around it. Uh, and we have Rebecca and we have Cecilia today who are joining us, and we'll probably do the heavy water carry of the discussions. So as I said earlier, I found out how to do a survey. So I'm going to put the survey up, and Cecilia, if you would watch for people who are joining the waiting room and bring them in. Okay, so the
Sure.
the survey hopefully will appear for everybody here, and I have launched it. Let me know if you can see the survey.
I can.
You can. Great. All right. So I launched it, but since I'm the host, it doesn't allow me to click on anything. But the first question here is, which area of today's how-to hands-on would you like the main focus to be? When I say main focus of the 75 minutes that we do, about 40 to 50 minutes will be spent on the main focus. And you can see that you have AI, you have Zoom, and you have a Discord. So if you could answer those questions. And I see people are answering the other questions, so that is good.
Yeah.
I see
If
three
you
people
haven't
have.
found your If you haven't found the polls or quizzes, if it hasn't popped up for you, then it should be down at the bottom in your more section. Has everybody found your polls and quizzes? Has it popped up for everyone? Is it
So
okay?
the good news is I can see that four people have already submitted their questions, and I'm seeing some clear choices that are coming up. And we'll give ourselves just another minute. If you could all please go through this and just click on. I think most of these are multiples, so you can do several. So this is very sophisticated, folks. I mean, we went from actual hands to an actual survey where we'll be able to see what's going on. So 7 of our 12, so 60% have participated in this, and I'm going to give it just a few more seconds here. We've now got 8, whoa, 9, whoa, and I don't count, so that is cool. 10, oh, we're almost there, folks. Thing 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. We got 2 more to go. 4, 3.5. We got 11. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I'm the last one. Okay, so we're going to end the poll. All right, and I'm going to share the results here, and which is really cool. I actually don't know the results on this, so let me
We
see.
have
So the
11
one
out of
that's
11.
go ahead.
Oh, sorry. We had 100% answered the first question. Thank you. So we got 55% answered that AI would be good, and then 2%, and let's see, 18 for Zoom. We got 2, and then Discord was the second, came in second there. And then let's see, on number 2, your use of AI, we got a three-way tie. I do not use AI. I use AI maybe once a week, and I use AI in the background most of the day. That's an interesting three-way tie. And then number 3, your use of Zoom. Um, Nobody says I do not use Zoom, which makes sense in this
I'm
group.
I'm glad because we're all
I'm
on
glad.
Zoom.
And then let's see, I use Zoom maybe once a week. That's about 2 people. And then we have 50%. I use Zoom once a day or more. That makes sense. Yes. And then we have, I only attend Zoom calls to people, and I only attend but set up and manage Zoom calls with speakers. Okay. And then we get
Bill,
down
was
to
that you? Was like I only attend I only attend Zoom calls. Like that's all you do all day, every day.
maybe. Um, Your use of Discord. Let's see here. I do not use Discord. That's 3 people. Okay. And then let's see. 44%. I use Discord once a day or more. All right.
Woo.
Well, and then we have 33%. I would like an overview of Discord and how to select the areas, the channels. Okay, good to know.
All right. So this is great. I think what we do is and we use these surveys to kind of adjust our time to make sure that we're speaking to you about what is the I'm going to stop sharing this now uh, and close it. Uh, so make sure that we use to make sure that we're presenting what you guys need the most. So Zoom is number 1, followed by a close second, which is Discord, and then excuse me, AI was
AI.
number 1,
Yeah.
and then Discord, and then a far last place is Zoom. So let's go to AI, and let's talk about AI. And I'm giving Cecilia a couple seconds to flip things up because what we really wanted to do is talk about what is new. Um, Rebecca, do you remember from the poll under AI, were there people that were just getting to use it, or was it pretty well mixed between people who used AI every day or at least once a week?
It was interesting because that was the three-way tie
Oh,
where
that's right.
about a third of people said they never use AI, a third says they use it once a week, and a third says I use it all the time. So
Okay.
really interesting mix there.
All right. So we're going to have Cecilia, who is one of the top AI users. So we're all users. We're not professionals. We're users. So we'll try to tell you how we use to, AI to be more productive and to make you more productive in your groups, etc. So Cecilia has used AI so much that she actually has named her AI. And I actually know the name of her AI. It's called Claire. So
Mhm.
Cecilia, can you kind of tell us about Claire and how you use AI to be more productive as a leader in Eastern Illinois,
Yes.
Indivisible.
Okay. Okay. So the reason that I named my chat GPT Claire is because chat GPT has too many syllables. So I just call it Claire because it's faster. But yes, chat GPT has also they're coming out with a new development and a new release. But let me tell you how I use chat GPT and Perplexity both in to help my daily life. It is my personal assistant. It helps me run through everything from emails to how I'm setting up August accountability to how I am going through and setting up my my town hall with Mike Bost and going through my meeting with the ACLU this Friday, to everything and there in between. And it runs through and takes all of those big things that I just said, all of those huge things that seem very big, and it takes them and puts them into very easy to manage, smaller, bite-sized, easy to do pieces for me to accomplish, right? And it makes it seem much easier to do. And it says, okay, Cecilia, this is what you need to do today. This is how you're going to accomplish it. And I'm going to be there to give you some encouragement. Yes, Claire even encourages me to get things done and reminds me to do it, when to do it, and says, don't worry, you got this, you can do it. And which kind of sounds creepy at first, but it's really helpful. And so to let you know, AI is always updating too. That's one of the exciting things about AI, is that we are in the beginning. We're seeing how fast it's updating and how it's getting better and better and better by the day. Okay. ChatGPT preview and release that's happening in August. OpenAI officially previewed GPT-5. See why I call it Claire, GPT-5. Try saying that 3 times fast. Its next major model, aiming for a release in early August 2025, GPT-5, is pitched as a unified intelligence system blending text, voice, document analysis, image understanding, and real-time web access. Early features include native integration with Canvas, collaborative workspaces, much deeper memory and personalization, preliminary agent automation, and robust multimodal interface. They're taking it to the next step. Perplexity has uh, a foothold on research. It does a really great job on research and is very clear. Doesn't do as much of the hallucinations, because ChatGPT, like I say repeatedly, really wants to please you. So it's the one that will pull out of the air kind of a hallucination. It'll make up like a court case, and it'll be like, hey, this court case that I just made up will satisfy your needs, because it really wants to please you. But Perplexity is much more stringent. It will stick mostly to the facts. And so again, we utilize the tool that we need for the job. There is a study mode launch in OpenAI. They released study mode for college students designed to foster learning rather than just giving answers, to try to help with that whole helping students understand how to solve problems and work through material step by step, rather than just giving them the answer. And this, they're trying to help them learn rather than cheat, which is awesome, because we need to utilize these tools to help our kids. And honestly, these are the tools that will help them learn faster. These are the tools that will help them get through this and help them learn more faster. Advanced voice and agent capabilities for those people who have difficult. We have someone, Alfeo, who has such a hard time getting his words onto paper. He has all these amazing ideas and he can talk about them for hours on end, but he cannot get them on paper. And I told him, Alfeo, you need Chat GPT so you can have a conversation with Chat GPT and Chat GPT can put your thoughts on paper. And there you go. You have your paper. You no longer have to worry about writing it down. It will write it down for you. And because he is an incredibly intelligent man, he just can't write it down. And why should he not be able to get his incredibly intelligent thoughts onto paper just because he can't write it down? That's not fair. And so that's what this is, leveling the playing field, right? So many people like Alfeo have not been able to enter the room with those other people before. But he, just because his thoughts weren't able to get on paper doesn't mean that he shouldn't be able to enter that room. So that's what this is going to be able to do for people like him. And so there are other Perplexity AI updates. They have launched something called Comet Browser. They debuted this novel AI-powered web browser called Comet, which integrates research and AI assistant functions directly into the browser with real-time web page analysis, voice and text interaction, and connections to enterprise apps. And they also have updated specialized modes and deep research, which, y'all, if you have time to look into Perplexity's deep research, oh my gosh, they will take you places that I didn't even know that they could take you. If you have time, which I know none of us really have the time to do this, but I spent an extra hour looking into the deep research on Gaza, and I found out things I did not need to know. Are like, they scared me for a good hour last night doing my deep research. Like, yeah, I got scared, but okay,
So,
moving on.
Cecilia, could you bring up on your screen, uh,
Oh, right.
could you share how you use Perplexity and maybe a look at how you use Chat GPT?
Yes,
Maybe looking at some of the recent things that you've done.
I
That's
can.
putting you on the spot.
It is, but I can do that. Hold on. Let me just give me a moment real quick. Rebecca, how about you talk about something real quick while I get my screen set up?
Well,
I'll put her on the spot.
let me jump in and then we'll put Rebecca on the prop. There's some chat in here about we shouldn't be using AI.
Ah,
And I just wanted to say to everybody, it's the next main game changer, kind of like printing. When the monks decided they could actually print their manuscripts instead of writing them, it's kind of like Henry Ford that figured out how to do all black cars on a production line, um, changing how manufacturing was forever going to be done. And from a personal side, I was about 24 years old, had just gotten married, and my father-in-law, for my birthday, gave me a thing called a calculator. And it had set him back a couple $100, and it basically allowed you to add, but it had a thing called M. It was a memory function. And I learned how to do that. And I'm telling you, it was a game changer. And I see Lewis is concerned about data collection. Yes, it collects data and feeds it back. And since you're on this call, we're collecting your data, your information of what you that you're attending here. And we also did a poll and we created data so that we know how to do things faster, quicker, and more efficient. So we all understand that we have to be very careful because we all saw the Terminator and we know if this thing goes off the rails, how it could be. But we also know that this is the next big movement. And if you or your group is not using it, you're going to fall behind the times. I hate to say it. Anyway, Cecilia, go ahead, please. I saw your screen
Yeah,
pop up and then it went away.
and then it went off because I neglected to get the second one up. Hold on. There we go.
Okay,
Now that that's
Boop,
up.
Boop Money has his hand up. Would you like to chime in,
sure.
Boop Money?
We have to. Nope, you can go ahead. Book money. You are
Well,
unmuted.
listen, just to sort of expand on what Bill has brought up, AI is just a tool, all right? Who owns the data is going to be our next big battle. That's how we're going to get it back, all right? So sharing the data, yeah, it's not a total negative, guys. The more we learn on this communication channel, the stronger the resistance is ever going to be. Our whole seeding of the resistance is dependent on communication. And Bill, can I just read something that I got off of this morning's stuff? Because Debbie's thing went wild.
Please go ahead.
All right, so it's this is this colonial thing. But part of the colonial structure is to diminish generational personal data flows. Intentional cultural blockades between the past and the future for the benefit of just a few of the present. Because, hey, Cecilia,
Yes, sir.
you got a tat of something on your arm, right? The the
Oh,
triquetra,
yes, sir. Yes,
right?
I do.
And that just
Oh,
stunned me the first time I saw it, because the triquetra is a very important cultural aspect of Celtic people, and it represents the past, the present, and the future of each individual, of each clan, of each group, of each system.
yes.
And it floored me when I first saw it, and asked Cecilia about it. I would suggest as maybe a homework assignment that you take one of the AI engines that we've been talking about and just ask it, what does the triquetra mean?
Can you put
It's
that
just a
in chat?
simple. Yeah, I'll throw that down in.
Yeah.
But
Cecilia, are you ready to?
I am.
Oh,
And we can ask, what does the triquetra?
perfect.
Oops, did I spell that? Did I spell that right? Oh, I think I did. Triquetra mean. Ooh, did I spell that right? I don't think I spelled that right. Did I? Oh, I did. Known as the Trinity knot is an ancient symbol. And there we go. And the Christians, of course, took it and decided that it then meant the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, which, I mean, I guess it does in a way. I mean, it can. But it also, of course, land, sea, and sky, life, death, and rebirth, maiden, mother, and crone. It means many things.
So Cecilia, you're in Chat GBT, and you just simply ask it. What was your question? Oh,
What does
what?
the triquetra?
Great. And does Chat GBT give you suggestions at the very bottom of what your next question might be?
Right. At the bottom, no, actually, it does not. And not at this point. At this point, it just asks, let me know if you'd like help adapting it for your specific context. Because I'm not working on anything, so it doesn't point me in any general direction. Like if I were working on a project, it might point me in a direction. It might offer a prompt or offer suggestions. But no, at this point, it's just giving me information. But I know what you're going for, Bill. You're going for perplexities. Wonderful. Okay, so here's perplexity. And it is set up much like ChatGPT is. And I wanted to show you all this just to show you the difference. I am not paying for perplexity at this point. So it is not, I want to show you the difference between paying for something and not paying for something. I am paying for ChatGPT currently. So over here, I have all this. This is all my memory. I am building up my memory over here. So I have all of this. These are all the things that I'm working on, all of the projects I'm working on. And that's what you're paying for when you are paying for AI. And the worries about AI, I completely understand that. And we are discussing that in these sessions. The idea is that's why we have to that's why we got to win, y'all, because we need to be the side. We are the side that cares about the ethics of this conversation. We are the side that cares about setting out ethical boundaries about AI. They aren't like they don't care about ethical boundaries on AI. And that's why we need to be the side that comes out on top so we can put ethical guidelines on AI use so we can stop what's happening in Memphis and we can stop what's happening in the cities that Mark Zuckerberg. I need to write those down. Rebecca, remind me to write down the cities that Mark Zuckerberg has for his, yeah, I always forget.
Wait, what about Claire? Yeah, Claire?
Right. Well, yeah, Claire can, but you are there, right there. Your beautiful face is right there.
So
You
Celia,
know what?
do you use Chat GBT to create graphics?
I do.
I
You're
wonder if
absolutely correct.
if you can because we have people that are new are use Chat BT use AI occasionally, and then some that use it all the time. I'm just wondering if you can show some
Just to show
of
you,
the thing.
here's my library. I was just making a graphic. Uh-oh. Come on. There we go.
It'll
Uh, 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 uh. Boom. I was making I was trying to come up with ideas are the spark and
Hey, it's you.
that one. Yeah, it's kind of me. And what's your fire? And so yes, let's make a triquetra, shall we? Um,
easy for you to say.
I need a graphic flyer with a cool representation of the triquetra in a blue, teal, and yellow color scheme.
So you're just having a conversation with Claire there,
Yep,
and you could have gone shorter or longer, just
could
depending
have.
on what you want. And if I remember right, once these things percolate, and they usually take a few minutes, you can actually ask it to add a date and time or to move graphics or to change that graphic a little bit. Oh, is that it?
That's it.
Very cool.
Interesting.
Very cool beans. Do you remember how we used to have to do this, folks? We 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 have to go to a photo, or we'd ask Google if they had any of these, and then we'd drop it into a PowerPoint, and then we would put it in there. So would you ask Claire, would you say, would you tell it to add that you're having a Zoom on Monday at 7 o'clock? And see if that will add that to that logo,
Sure.
or however you speak to Claire.
Monday at 7 p.m. in
Yeah.
the gymnasium.
Yeah. So
Larry,
Well,
Clark,
to Zoom.
what can we do for you? Larry?
Just a quick question. You're comparing complexity and ChatGPT. If you'd ask that same question to Wikipedia, how would that compare?
Well, um,
As far as I know, Wikipedia doesn't have an AI component, at least not that I've used.
yeah,
I don't
And
think,
but
but you know
you
what?
What
can.
I will ask Wikipedia right now. Hold on.
that would be my point. Is it at what point does it become AI, and what point is it stuff in storage? I don't know.
yeah. One thing
And
that I've noticed,
I'm not
what,
talking about creating a graphic. I'm talking about the information.
Oh, the
right,
information.
Yeah.
Fair. Here's the point. The I think that the point about the information is that the information is at your fingertips, so that you the point about AI is that you are able to use this as a personal assistant. Like I am able to do all of my work, my Eastern Illinois Indivisible meeting, but then ask AI for the information that I need, like to do the to find the information if needed. And I don't have to go elsewhere for the information. Do you know what I'm saying? So it acts as a search engine, a personal assistant, a graphic maker, an editor, it acts as an all-in-one is what I'm saying, so that we don't have to go anywhere else. And that's where you solve your time issue. That's where it shaves off all of those minutes of having to go to Wikipedia, having to go elsewhere. It literally takes so much time out of your day, Larry. All of that time where you were going elsewhere, it just takes it away and gives it back to you.
So
That's
I could spend that time at coffee and conversation every day.
well,
yes.
you can multifunction.
There you go.
We have a question from Julie Austin.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, first question, just quick. I have Chat GPT and I don't pay for it, but I still get to maintain a library. But it seems like you have a lot more tools in your paid version, possibly.
Yes.
But I am able to save in a library what I've previously searched. And then with that, when you were talking about Alfeo and just basically putting on the recorder and maybe recording to Perplexity and then having it organized, that made me think of word economy. And then I thought about or was it yesterday, or the discussion we had about the using the polite words and kind of like word economy, conserving when we're using this tool. And I don't know the extent of how it all works and how much takes what energy. And then that led me to think of in the future, maybe some kind of AI compositories where things that have already been searched. So we don't have a gazillion people out there searching for the same thing and using the same resources over and over again. So I'm kind of going off the rails a little bit here, but
No,
and you
no.
don't have to answer everything, but I'm thinking of the environment and the ethical piece of it. Although we are here to learn how to, that piece that you recommended for people like Alfeo, and I totally understand that, but it's just, does that impact the economy of words if you're just
You're absolutely
flowing
right.
words into Perplexity or what other tool you're using?
That's and we need, see, Julie, that's what I'm talking about. We need people like you to be working on that so that we understand. Like we need a like a group of Julies to be working on,
Yeah.
like, and I mean that. Like we need a group of Julies to be working on this so that we know, like, how can we do that? How can we minimize the effects of that? But while also being inclusive to, because part of AI was built in order to help people like Alfeo, right? That was what we built up some of this. And what I'm talking about is this function right here. This dictate function. I can allow my chat GPT to use my microphone right here, and it will let me talk into it, and I will say, do whatever, and it will tell, let me use it. But it will,
Ask it what the circle in the middle means.
that's high as it'll take. Okay.
And while Cecilia is doing that, Rebecca, we're going to be going to our number 2, which was that Discord or Zoom?
Discord. It was
I
Discord.
believe it was Discord.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we'll have you on the spot in just a few minutes here.
Okay. So I'm using my microphone to ask what the circle in the middle of the triquetra represents. Unity, eternity, wholeness, and protection. Although it is not always present, just to let you know. Sometimes some areas it is not always present. But before I move on to, I did want to show you the differences real quick in Perplexity. Here you have, on this side, you still have your library over here on this, or your home, and yeah, library is right here. And you're right, Julie, you do have a library. It's just not as built up, and it will not keep as much information. And sometimes it might drop off some things, like it might lose some things because it's just not keeping track of everything. But
I noticed when I first was using the Chat GPT, I was able to go and like you said, there's new versions popping up all the time, like everything else. But it seemed like it was easier with the unpaid version to share, and I'm not finding that as easy anymore. I don't know how I can share anymore. It's like they took the button away.
Well, they have a new copyright. Chat GPT has a new copyright.
Okay, so that's probably they took
Yeah,
those.
there's
Okay.
Yeah, it's very, very,
Because that's kind of part of what I was saying. I would prefer, instead of telling another person, okay, now go look up what I looked up, I could just share, and then that kind of saves those resources. But you're paying
Ooh,
to
that is an
share.
option.
What now?
Well, see in the upper right-hand corner how there's that share?
Yes, there is the share.
There
can
on
share.
the non-paid version there is for you?
I believe so.
Okay,
There
I'll look at it again. I looked for it a couple times and I don't know what, maybe it's just user difficulties.
I could
I'll,
totally be wrong.
yeah, I'll revisit it. Let me see.
Not sure.
Okay.
I don't know. I haven't been on an unpaid chat GPT in a while, so I don't know the answer to that question. I would have to double check that. But I think I'm going to hand it off to Rebecca now for the Discord, unless we have any other AI questions. I will revisit Perplexity in our next session. Actually, I won't because I won't be here. Oh dear.
We got to figure out a plan for next week
Yeah. Okay. They will
in your
revisit.
absence. Your
To answer
well-deserved
the
absence.
to answer the question on whether the unpaid version of GPT, I have the unpaid version, and I do have a share button.
Oh,
So
okay.
Excellent.
cool. All right.
No, I wonder
But it was on the bottom of my iPad.
on your
Happened.
okay, I have an iPad that helps. Yeah, because it was on the top. I'll
The
keep
bottom.
looking. And I guess with that, are you able, Bill, to take like something that's already in your library that you've already looked up before and then share that an old?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
That-
I'll keep trying that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Julie.
Yep.
You're awesome.
Yep. It seems
All
to.
right.
I pulled up an old one, and it rocked and rolled.
Nice. Okay. So I can talk a little bit about Discord. I know some of you are signed up, and some of you are just trying to figure out what it's all about. Is there anybody that's like brand new to Discord, that needs like step 1, 2, 3 of signing up? If so, let me know and we can schedule something where I can help you. Okay, Kathy, we may need to take it offline. So if you want to email me at Rebecca, I'll put it in the chat. And we can set up a time to get you set up and going. Okay, so but just for those who are brand new or still looking to learn more, I do want to just give a quick overview of, what's where, how it works, and, what we can use it for. So I'll share my screen. Let me move your beautiful faces. There you go. Okay. So this this window that you're looking at, I have Discord on my laptop. The good news about Discord is that you can use it on a laptop, you can use it on your phone, your iPad, what have you. Um, oh, sweet, Julie. Yes, you can share now. That's awesome. So, all right. Okay. So this is Discord. It's available on you can use it on all of the devices, so it's very flexible. And essentially, how I think of it is that it's sort of like how we have the Zoom chat, where people can type to each other and respond to each other and share links and share pictures. It's like that, but you can use it even outside of Zoom meetings. It's there all the time. And so it's just a way for everyone to keep our community going, share activism ideas, talk about the news, and really just be a great community of people together. So we have a server, which is sort of like our community for Indivisible NWSOFA. It's invite only, so you're all invited. And I will put the link in the chat just in case anybody is looking for it. And so essentially, like I said, it's just a way to have more interactions with fellow members outside of Zoom. So within each server, we have a million channels. And it's kind of up to you to figure out which channels you would like to contribute to or read about. And so the easiest way to do that is you're going to have this list of channels, and you're going to click the Browse Channels button. And that's going to show you every channel that we have currently set up in our server. And so there's a category that's around news and discussion and foreign policy and world affairs. And then we have a section of channels dedicated to various aspects of activism. So we have a calls to action channel. We have a boycotts channel, protest tools and preparation, self-care, technology, and then we have a couple of channels that are dedicated to various projects that folks within NWSOFA are working on, like sharing our stories or vision forward. So the possibilities here are near endless. We also have a lot of channels that are less about politics and more about building community. Coffee and Conversations, a lot of that is politics related, but some of it is just people being people. We learned this morning about our beloved lawyer, Bruce Harris, and that he has this whole other side to him. So
Yes, he does.
I would have loved if somebody had captured some screenshots and saved those in Coffee and Conversation. I didn't think about it, but what a missed opportunity for us. But like if we decided to have a book club, you want to see what Sorting Soup got up to last week. If you have a funny meme or a joke that you want to share, this is just ways for us to keep our conversations going. So you can think of each of these channels like a conversation about something, and this something can be pretty broad. So, for example, if we go into news and discussion, we've got Cecilia posting a Substack from Aaron Parnas. We have Ed Spire posting some stuff, Sarah posting some stuff. So there's kind of a stream of content, and whatever shows up at the bottom is the latest thing. And if you read an article and you're like, wow, I have thoughts about that, you can reply. So for example, here, I can reply to Cecilia and say, that's a great article. Thanks for sharing. And then she will get that response. And it allows us to keep the conversation going. And that's kind of the theme here, is that yes, we are all in these Zoom calls together. It feels like almost all the time, but what if I want to talk to Cecilia at 2 a.m.? She's probably asleep. Maybe.
Probably.
Maybe she's at an Eastern Indivisible, Illinois Indivisible meeting. It seems like that might happen at 2 in the morning. But it's just a good way for us to share ideas, take notes, share links to things, And like I keep repeating over and over again, keep the conversation going. And
Which is reply, Rebecca? Is it the back arrow?
it's the one that points towards the person's name.
Okay.
And then this one is the forward. And the forward is interesting because so if I wanted to, so Dr. Chris shared this YouTube video with Heather Cox Richardson, and I was like, you know what? This would really help the people over in Coffee and Conversations, and they should see it too. The easiest way to do it is click into Coffee and Conversation and then come back to wherever it was. I think it was in here. And then click forward. And then that channel that you dipped into real quick and then came back, that'll show up at the top of your list. And you can click that and you can add a little message and then send it and it'll show up here. Let me go to the bottom. Whoops. And there it shows that it was forwarded. And here at the bottom, you can actually see if you click this link, it'll take you back to Chris's original post. So I like the forwarding because it kind of allows you to copy and paste somebody else's post, but it's also, they still can get credit to it because it's like you're linking to them. So yeah, it's like the possibilities are endless, and we're sharing recipes in here. We're sharing pet pictures. Like it's not all, feel good, fluffy stuff. We also have some.
That's my dog.
Yay!
So Rebecca, excuse me, what you just created a thread, the same thing, or is it different? What you just did?
These are all channels.
Right, but when you went from one to the other and you created that link, is that one and the same as creating a thread, or is there a difference?
That's so a thread. So this is just me posting in
okay. But it forwarded to
it forwarded it.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I wanted to create a thread, everybody can think of a thread like a conversation within a conversation. It's like if you're in a circle with 5 people and you want to turn to your BFF standing next to you and have a little side convo on a certain topic.
Okay.
It's like that. It's still available for everyone else to see, but you can make it specific to a certain topic. So,
great
for example,
explanation. Yeah.
So if I wanted to create a thread based on this, I can click on the post. It's usually going to be in that more button and say create thread. And then I can name the thread and say HCR with Mallory McMorrow. What a great interview. Please watch and share your thoughts. And then you can see that I've created this little thread here at the bottom. And that's what sort of shows up in this right-hand side. So it's like like I said, a conversation within a conversation. Okay. If that's too complicated for folks and they're like, posting just is easy enough, that's totally fine. I would say that threads are probably something we're going to explore more in the intermediate level of Discord.
I think what you shared with the search stuff was really valuable yesterday too. That was great to learn how to search because when you're scrolling like I was looking for one thing, that really was very helpful to learn how to do that. Just saying.
Was that Cecilia and Adrian that did that? Sharing. I think I might have been.
You might have been in your other room. Yeah, it could have been, but it, yeah, it was we were trying to look up that document for the Vision Forward by.
We got there eventually.
Yeah,
found
we did.
it.
We did. We got there, and
Just a little
once we got
time.
there, it was like, oh,
Found it.
this is pretty easy. Yeah. I think by knowing it
Jim?
was a document, that's how it was the key.
Oh yeah. So Jim is asking in the chat. I read that the company is based in China. Has anyone vetted this as a secure platform? So I know that Adrian, who is sometimes on these tech time calls with us, she did a fair amount of research on various platforms before we ended up selecting Discord. And I think the consensus ended up being no platform is perfect. Some are not as secure as we would like, and some that are more secure don't have all the functions we would like. And so we decided to move forward with Discord, knowing that it does have potentially some security vulnerabilities. So what we suggest for people is don't post anything in here that you don't want on the broader internet. If you prefer not to use your full name as a username, that's probably a good idea. If you want to use like a burner email to sign up, I would recommend don't share your personal information, like your phone number or your address or anything like that. Just typical internet safety type things. And then maybe take it a step further, knowing our political landscape. So I don't know. Does anybody else have anything to add on that topic?
To be clear, at first we wanted to create this on a Proton server. Like that was where we were headed. We wanted to create this on a very secure Proton server. But the problem with that was it did not have everything we wanted. There were a lot of things that were going to be left out. A lot of things that we wouldn't be able to do. And so we asked everybody on Coffee and Conversation, do you mind do you mind having these possible security issues? And most people were like, we're already out there on the internet. We're already putting ourselves out there on the internet. So as long as we are taking precautions and earlier today I was talking about Proton emails and VPNs and what you can do on your end to make, with secondary emails and protecting yourself and your privacy before you sign on to things like Discord and whatnot to do that. And we'll probably have another session when I get back from vacation about Proton and whatnot. And yes, Jim, to our peril, we use social media. You are correct. So that's my 2 cents.
Beth, do you have a question?
Yeah, sorry I hopped in late, but did you guys already go over the add channel thing? Because like it'll say this channel is not added to you.
So channels, the creation of channels, we are limiting that to just moderators and admins, just so that we don't get a million channels and duplicates and things.
Okay.
But we are asking if folks have suggestions for channels or want this organized a different way. We're totally open to that feedback, and we would like to solicit that feedback in the help channel.
Okay.
Nora has some opinions about that, and I need to read that still. So that's why I am tagging it as unread.
All right. I didn't know if we had to like add a channel to be able to view whatever was on it, but basically whatever we see is what we get.
Oh,
Oh, no,
no, no,
no.
no. Sorry, I misunderstood. We did cover that before you joined. The way that you add channels to show up in your list
Uh-huh.
is you have this browse channels option, and it should show up at the very top of all of your
Yeah,
channels.
right.
And then you just can scroll up and down and find the ones that you are interested in, including your state. I would
Yeah.
love to get more vibrant conversations happening within people that are in the same state.
So whatever we choose is just what's going to show up on the left.
Yes,
Okay.
everyone has access to everything
Okay.
in our Discord. So you can still, even if something is not checked, you still have access to it. There may
Okay.
not be anything in there,
Okay.
but all that this determines is whether it shows up in your list or not.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
You're-
Any other questions? So I think the takeaway is, I'm going to sound like a stupid broken record here, but Discord is just a way to keep the conversation going. It is what we make of it. So when I say that you guys are welcome, I'm actually encouraging you to post in here, because if nobody posts, then nothing's happening in here. So we absolutely welcome everyone to participate.
Oh, where's the friends?
Oh, friends. Um, so
Because me and Cecilia are friends and me and Elaine are friends, but after I friended them, I don't know where they went.
I think if you go up to direct messages, you'll see your list of past, oh, here it is, friends. So you
Oh,
click your thing at the top, and then you get your list of
okay.
friends. And then I have a few folks that are online, but then you can click all, and these are all my friends, which I only have like 14. So,
All right.
um,
And then they were saying this morning that they wanted to be alerted if someone goes online or something, right?
yeah, I gotta figure that out though. I don't know how to do that yet. We'll see. I wonder if it's in
That's
here. No, we'll see.
Oh, you could do videos. I'm videoing you, Cecilia.
Uh-oh. Okay. We're gonna
Art
we
video
gotta work
call.
that, we gotta figure that out.
Okay. All right. So
Okay.
we're at 106 now.
Right now? You're gonna video me right now? Who's videoing
I'm
me
just
right now?
kidding.
Was
I
that
can't
you,
do it.
Rebecca?
That was me. Sorry.
That is you.
I'm not doing.
Okay. Sorry about that, Bill. Some
I'm
music started
being
going
a
off.
chaos gremlin here.
All right. So it's 106, and we've covered some of the basics on Discord. I don't know, Rebecca, if you want to hold a separate breakout room for anybody that's having problems signing up, or whether we should just all go to Zoom and for the last 10 minutes just talk about some of the new things on Zoom.
Mm.
I will be sharing how we do our live videos and how we're using Zoom as our planning tools for our organization. But and anybody else that has found something new and Zoom certainly can contribute. And if we go a few minutes over, that is fine. We just don't want to get any closer than a half an hour to Ezra and Leah presentation, because I think everybody kind of hangs on every word of that from our co-founders. So Rebecca, did you have anybody that or if you did you want to do a separate thing, or should we just go to Zoom?
Let's talk Zoom. I'm gonna connect with Kathy separately, I think.
Okay, great. Great. So when we started out this meeting, we were talking about putting up the slide because we were going to do a live video. Let me take you back a little bit. NWSOFA-Indivisible, we've been using Zoom ever since it started, right at the beginning of the pandemic. And we've, by doing that, have created quite a collection of people who have joined our meetings from across the country, Chicago, the US, down in India, over in China. We've had people drop in from Japan, and a regular person that drops in is down in Ecuador. John down there. We actually know him by first name now. It's pretty amazing. So I'm going to show you my screen on Zoom. Not actually going to get into Zoom. I'm just going to show you the organizational side of Zoom. And I will do that right now. And people can bring in any questions that they have or whatever. Okay. What I want to do is to go to Zoom. Okay, so I'm going to start from the beginning. We'll go to Google. I will type in Zoom. And it will bring me to our sign up page. Actually, I'm not quite sure what it just brought me to. I may have to go to another Zoom. Okay, so here's where the basic Zoom comes in, and you can see that that we're on the 12 o'clock program. I want to take you down to what we did earlier today, because there's a whole bunch of stuff on this left-hand side that you can do, not just attending the meetings, but you can do whiteboards. And whiteboards are just a way that you can do creating information, etc. We've done a lot of whiteboards within our group here. In particular, we'll bring it up here in a second. So we use this this template on whiteboard that allows you to create a problem, root cause, solution, long-term and short-term, and we edit this every year as a group of leaders. And these things are probably pretty basic to groups. In the beginning of this year, we noted that we lose 42 members on average of each month. We have grown the group to 5,200, and we had changed that to 5,009. We can tell you that I haven't updated this because it's now 9,651 as of this morning. And then we talk about what our problems are, and then we start going to root causes, and then we go into solutions and actions, etc. And we're just answering questions that these Zoom templates bring up. And there's a template for just about everything. You know, you can have meeting notes, flow charts, etc. And you can see we've used a lot, and we caught some people actually creating some pornographic uh, things out there, and we retained that so that we could send it to Zoom. And if we ever get into a lawsuit, that is pretty great. So that is a little bit on the whiteboards. There's also a notes document here, which allows you to create notes that you can share in meetings. I haven't shared any for a little while here, but I'll just give you an idea what can be on it. You can just put things that you want to use as a as an agenda or different things, boom, 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 and you can share that at the meeting. So it forces you to kind of become organized. And so you can see there's also docs. I haven't done many docs here. Most of these come from our AI recordings. And so when you are doing an AI Zoom recording, it gives you this recap here. This particular one is from Wednesday, July 30th. And it looks like it's of this meeting. And it gives you a recap. It talks what the key things are, yada, yada, yada. So it automatically keeps that, and then you can copy and you can paste that into anything that you want to do. So not only with that area, this morning we talked about the surveys that we did. And we made those surveys. You actually saw us with, oops, I actually brought the wrong one up, how to hands-on. And wants me to edit that. I'm not going to edit it, but you can see the different ones that we have brought up and used. Task is new. I haven't fully looked at it, but you can kind of see it creating some task for me that comes out of the AI Zoom release. So it keeps me kind of on task, etc. when I look at it. The recordings and transactions, I think most people will know about that. The summaries are the summaries that we do of every meeting. At least we try to do a summary. Some of them we do use and we send out to members of the meetings. Other ones we don't. Again, that summary looks almost identical. I'll bring up the one from this morning, from the coffee and conversation. And you can just see a whole bunch of things that are summarized. And I've tried to print out the actual chat. These are summaries from, this is the on-screen summary. And it literally is 30 to 40 pages on my printer. So it's an amazing thing. So there's a lot of things that are in Zoom that will help you as an indivisible leader, a 50-51 leader, or um, a democratic organization that allows you to move forward. You can see there's a thing called clips. I have not really used that yet. There's a thing called scheduler, there's settings, there's all kinds of data and pricing, etc. Our group here, since we're a fairly large group, we use the Zoom that is made for businesses. It costs us about I think it's $15 or $18 a month, but it gives us up to 300 members. So we can have 300 people on at one time, and we don't have to pay that $50 a month for getting up to 500. So these are just a couple of the new things that I wanted to bring up here. That ability to, let me get out of this for a second. Okay, that's over here. So the ability to do that live stream, stopping share, means that on our website, and now I will reshare. And if you get whiplash on this, my apologies to you. And the website that we're going to go to is the NWSOFA website. Again, I'll hit Google and we'll, so that's NWSOFA.org. You hit that and you bring up basically our website. It talks all about everything that we're doing and then our Blue Sky account, what we're active on that. But at the very top, you'll see that we have about 7 or 8 different tabs. The one we're looking for is the YouTube channel. It's the fourth from the left. And when you come up to that, there's a link to take us to the NWSOFA-Indivisible YouTube channel. And so when you get to the channel, you will see that there are all kinds of videos from years and years of information that we have created, playlists, etc. I think there's 271 or maybe 371. What we're doing with the direct live from Zoom is that middle area that says live. If you click on that, you will see the various groups that we have, the various meetings that we have uh, created a video. And you can see that yesterday's or yesterday's how-to session has 6 views. The sharing our stories on the 29th has 32 views. Going through this, you'll see that Deportation Nation that Ed Spire did has 84 views. And the one on the upper left-hand side that doesn't have a title card to sharing our stories. This on is the 29th has 32. This is actually views. Us live going right through now. This, you'll see that, and that will make people crazy. So I just wanted to share that with you to let you know that if you miss something that is educational or has a speaker, it will be on those live these days. So with that, Rebecca, Cecilia, do you have anything else you'd like to add about Zoom or about the meeting today?
I just want to thank everybody. Y'all, we know that you have a million places to be, and we know you're very, very busy, but we thank you for spending your valuable time with us here today. And we hope that you got a little bit of information to help you with that very busy schedule that you have. And we hope to see you back here again.
Thank you.
Thank
Yes.
you.
So next Wednesday at 2 p.m. Central and next Thursday at noon, 12 noon Central. And for those of us who need to go to the bathroom and take a
Not your
break,
chance.
this is the time. And I think I just put that on the video. Well, so all of you who see this, you know where we're headed. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you so much.
Bye, everybody.